Still on health, Family Outreach Network Ministry Ashaman has organized a health screening exercise for its members and residents in Ashaman to know their health status. Now, the gesture was part of activities to mark this year's Father's Day. More than 500 members of the ministry were screened for prostate, syphilis, hepatitis B, diabetes, and blood pressure. Those who were diagnosed with other diseases were referred to health facilities. Joseph Odum-Nyako, leader of Family Outreach Network, in an interview with Truth TV, said the program was organized in consultation with the Very Reverend Joel A.P. Yawson, minister at Ebenezer Methodist Church, Ashaman, Lebanon, Triblew, Ashaman North Circuit. He said it was part of the church's program to bring medical screening to the doorsteps of members.
I'm really impressed. Through
this program, we've had our fair share of the gospel and health tidbits from the professionals. I've learned a lot about prostate cancer and hypertension, and as well as been given medications and directions.
But through this screening, maybe we say me area or mama me direction and me share soon me.
A lot of people do not know their sugar levels, and as such, this health screening has helped a lot and reveal most of the sicknesses hidden within the body.
A member of the finance team of Family Outreach Network, Veronica Adriana Arillo, said the screening was necessary because members needed to have a healthy body with sound mind to worship God.
Prostate no eha embema inti yedwen hu say
prostate is usually associated with men, and as such, today being Father's Day, we dedicated this day to men and their health through the free health screening. Fathers are not celebrated like the way we do to mothers, so we organized this health screening to encourage fathers and appreciate hardworking fathers out there. Some patrons of the exercise were grateful for the initiative, as they noted that health was an essential component in the development of every community, and as such, there was the need for members to exercise and heed to medical advice on good healthy lives to stay fit. Away from health, the Ghana Water Company Limited has urged Ghanaians to report persons benefiting from illegal water connections across the country. The company described the act as disturbing and said it is denying them of valuable revenue bills. The Ghana Water Company Limited last month prompted people who had not yet paid their bills to do so immediately. The Tema Regional Office of the Ghana Water Company Limited in May this year also warned of a revenue mobilization exercise in 11 districts as part of the national exercise to retrieve all arrears owned by customers. As part of the planned exercise, disconnection teams will be set up and deployed in all districts to disconnect on the spot all categories of customers whose bills are in arrears. Speaking at the commissioning of an ultra-modern Metro Lab and telemetry system invented to help collect data and monitor water distribution, the managing director of the Ghana Water Company Limited, Engineer Dr. Clifford Abdullahi Brima, said his outfit will pursue the matter to a logical conclusion. He also says the company will continue to introduce new technological systems to track consumers. The Ghana Water Company says its vision is to continue to invent different technologies to aid in the distribution of water, portability, and mobility. Now let's move to the presidency, where as part of the president's two-day tour of the Northeast region, President Akufo-Addo and Trade Minister Alan Kyerematen visited Nare-Lugu and Walewale on Tuesday, June 22, 2021. The president and his team inspected ongoing works on the construction of a 36 million Ghana cedi watermelon juice factory, and also inspected ongoing work on the construction of a rice processing factory in Nasia, all operating under the government's One District, One Factory initiative spearheaded by Mr. Alan Kyerematen. Upon completion, these two factories are expected to create thousands of jobs for the people of the Northeast region. These 2 factories would add to the already existing 77 factories operating under the 1D1F program, which has been touted as a true reflection of strategic government policy driving the industrialization agenda of Ghana. The
I am the second Vice President of Global. I am speaking for my President, Mr. Ibrahim Kulbali. It's unfortunate that I'm not going to be part of this session to the end because I will be returning tomorrow. I'm traveling to Cote d'Ivoire for a board meeting of Global. That is the only unfortunate circumstance that I found myself in. First of all, let me just inform this gathering that the youth are really the strength of what we need to do. I was the first, in fact, I was the one that started the Youth College of Europa. I was the first president of the Youth College of Europa. So it means the future of Europa is within this hall here. And again, when I became the youth leader of Europa, eventually, I also happened to be the youth leader of PAFO. So because Europa held in establishing PAFO, and they wanted to draw attention, they wanted to draw experience from very viable and socially acceptable. It has been a farming system that we will accept within ourselves, within our communities and our ecologists. That's what our ecology is all about. That is why we have to engage in it. It is the only way that we can do what we call soil building practices. And in soil building practices, like mentioned initially by my first princess, and I have the second one also coming, that we need to engage into what we call compost farming. We can use our environment. We don't need to really import chemicals because agroecology is discouraging the use of chemical fertilizers. It's discouraging the use of fungicides. It's discouraging the use of insecticides. And it's discouraging the use of pesticides. That's what we don't want to have. We want to live a healthy life. We can all see around ourselves. I mean, you hardly would see somebody at the age of 60 without having complaint of the type of terminal illnesses that they have. We have people that have terminal illness. And where is that coming from? And this is in history. I mean, we have not seen this. Where is this coming from? Well, it has to be based on the food that we eat, food that is imported. We don't know the way it is produced, the way it is stored, and all that we do is to eat that kind of food. Let's produce what we eat and eat what we produce. We want to live a healthy life. And again, as part of agroecology, we can create what we call an integrated approach. That is, you can have your livestock, you can have your crops, and then recycle them. Recycle them. It's not expensive. It's very, very cheap. Because this is something that you live within. This is the environment that you live around. So there is no need of importing things that are going to be health challenge in the future. We can do what we call integrate crops and leguminous crops, meaning nitrogen fixing crops like cowpea, like groundnuts, rotational crop rotation, mixed farming, cover cropping, and so on. There are so many things that we can do, and then we can still save our income, save our lives, create employment, create income generation. That's what we need as farmers. But the bonus lies on us as youths. The future of this agriculture lies on us. But I'm worried and scared the rate of migration itself. And that migration is centered on youth migration. I do, so now I hear the people talk about, the Bible syndrome, meaning migration from here to up, That is not what is killing agriculture. What is killing agriculture is the rural-urban migration. You only need about 100 cities to travel from the farthest place in Ghana and go to Accra. And it takes you quite a lot of money to travel to abroad. It has to go through a lot of planning. But what is killing agriculture right now is the rural-urban migration. And we can stop that. And we should not consider agriculture to be labor intensive. It has to be labor intensive if once we do not want to engage in it. But I mean, the future is bright if we are committed. The future is bright if you put efforts. The future is bright if you continue talking to ourselves. You know, we need peer counseling. We need peer communication. That is why I am here. I am still a youth like everyone of you here. I am also a farmer. I mean, all is not lost. We have opportunities. And the opportunity we must create within ourselves. We are all born with wisdoms. There is none of us here who doesn't have your wisdom. We are born with wisdom. And but let's engage in what we call regenerative agriculture. This is where we feel that is the alternative, like others will call it, is the most sustainable, others will call it, is the most productive, others will call it, and is the way that we ensure food and nutrition security. I'm sure I'll be engaging with you for the rest of the day, maybe probably, partly tomorrow too, but I have loved to be part of you till the end. Once again, we must thank our colleagues from Ghana, the organizers. We must thank them. We have worked tirelessly to make this thing a success. And then this is a very good experience for me and others. That I have never seen a mountain, unless if I have to see it distance. But this time I'm really within the mountain area. So I'm really very, very happy. Colleagues and on behalf of my president, globally, once again, I must say thank you very much. And I'm very, very pleased about it.
We are back. It will be time to do business.
Christian College, or HCC, is a university college affiliated to Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, KNUST, and we are accredited by the National Accreditation Board, NAB. HCC is a distinctive Christian university in Ghana today. It's a university intentionally set up to provide what I call a missing link in the tertiary education delivery in Ghana and on the continent of Africa.
Unemployment is a huge issue in our country, Ghana, and for that matter, in the whole of Africa. And that is the difference that Heritage seeks to make, helping to have the Ghanaian young people train and give themselves meaningful jobs without having to wait. This is phenomenal, and we are focused on delivering that.
The Center for Entrepreneurship, Philanthropy and Ethics is one of the units of HCC that has decided to help the students to be able to develop their skills in entrepreneurship, help them to be able to write business plans, to employ other people.
Our company name is Rosemarsh Farms Ghana Limited. Our vision is to be the preferred choice for quality, affordable, and value-added agricultural products.
At Apex Track, we are into tracking of vehicles, both for commercial and for private owners. And we provide value for our customers. HCC gave us the opportunity to become who we are today.
In our modest way, we want to make learning very practical. We want to train people not only in the theory, but even important is our students to be able to apply whatever theory that they learn into resolving very everyday problems. In this modern world, in this era, there is nothing that you can do well without the use of technology. Everything is driven by technology, and we want to be relevant.
They gave me the opportunity to own a laptop so that I could pay in installments. Per the course I'm doing, the laptop that they exposed us to really helped me.
The actual thing that convinced me to come to Heritage was the fact that I'm going to have 24-hour Wi-Fi. A student is going to be given a laptop. So this was like a chance for me. I mean, it was like, that's it, that's where I want to be.
We don't just want to train people to go and then cater for the physical needs of people, but to also cater for the spiritual need. These leaders as well also start their own community development initiatives to impact lives in various parts of Ghana and Africa.
Although we are new, we are already seeing evidence of the impact of the kind of teaching and training we are giving them. We have students who have been in school for 2-3 years, and some of them have already started small businesses, not big, but they are excited about it. And we have students, a number of them who are right now working on their business plans to be assessed and evaluated and coached. And it's really gathering momentum.
We are inviting you to enroll this admission period. Admission is in progress.
Our degree programs include Bachelor of Business Administration in Marketing, Accounting, Banking and Finance, Human Resource Management, Business Information Technology Management. We also have Bachelor of Science Information Technology and Bachelor of Theology. HCC runs tutorials for professional programs in ICA, Ghana, CIM, CIB, ICM. Our ICM courses are Professional Computing, Journalism and Media Studies, Accounting and Finance, Marketing and Public Relations, Human Resource, Project Management, and Business Studies. Applicants who want short courses within 2 to 3 months can also come for programs such as web designing, graphic designing, basic computing, MS Office Suite, programming, and networking. ACC's admissions requirement conform to the National Accreditation Board standards, and that is 3 core, 3 electives, including English and Maths in WASI or SSC with credit pass or better. We also admit with GBC and ABC. We also admit HND top-ups. Mature students can apply, take an entrance exams, and be admitted upon passing.
Welcome back. Now time to do business. Now, President Akufo-Addo has appointed Dr. Mustafa Abdul Hamid as the Chief Executive Officer of the National Petroleum Authority, NPA. Mustafa Abdul Hamid takes over from Hassan Tampuli, who is now MP for Gushegu and a Deputy Transport Minister designate. The appointment takes effect from July 1, 2021. The letter from the President to Dr. Hamid dated June 17th said the appointment has come at a time when the petroleum sector is faced with challenges amidst the coronavirus pandemic. Dr. Hamid, 50, previously served in the first-term government of President Akufo-Addo as the Minister of Information and subsequently as the Minister for Inner City and Zongo Development. He also served as the Deputy National Campaign Manager for President Akufo-Addo's successful second-term bid in 2020 and was in charge of campaign communications. And that's it for business. International news is next. Now Now time to cross borders and bring you some international stories now. Mauritania's former president Mohamed Ould Abdelaziz was jailed on Tuesday night. This decision from a judge in charge of investigating alleged corruption charges comes days after the former president's refusal to report to the police as was required by the conditions attached to his house arrest. In March, Mohamed Ould Abdelaziz had been charged alongside two former prime ministers and several businessmen of corruption, money laundering and illicit enrichment. Now, the former president of Mauritania said he's being persecuted in a bid to keep him out of politics, but has vowed he will not go into exile. Now, his lawyers have repeatedly stated he should be granted immunity under Article 93 of the constitution since he stopped ruling the West African state in 2019. Mohamed Ould Abdelaziz has been investigated for his actions during his 10 years as the head of state, which culminated in a year-long probe that led to assets worth $114 million being seized in March. And that's it for the international news, and that's how we wrap up True TV News at 3 with me, Michael Ado. Keep enjoying the rest of our programs. Good afternoon.